Hello everyone, this is Yana from Bellatrix Star. Welcome to my YouTube channel and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. This is another pick a card tarot reading for the coming week. So let's see what does this week bring to you into your life. And I have 3 piles for you, number 1, 2 and 3. And this time you really need to choose one of those pictures. So which one is resonating the most? Please choose one or listen to all of those. This is your choice. Okay, so let's start. If you have chosen the pile number 1, this is number 44. So please keep in mind that 8 is quite important for you during this week. So this is all about money, finances, also power, and 8th house in astrology is mutual resources. Also here I can mention something that is belonging to others. They can speak about debt, taxes, investments as well, sex and duty, and stability in a sense, in probably all those areas or in one of those areas. Okay, so with this card I really want you to pay attention to this thing, that there is a woman, yes, and she is moving forward into her future with all these wands, and this card is about union, having common goals, having shared values at one with others. But also it can be as a piece of advice for you, it can be just the prediction for this week. It depends on how you resonate with this card, but keep that in mind, that it is something that is becoming just one of many. At some point their actions of the people who are surrounding you, their direction and yours as well, and their pace may not be yours, but you all have something in common. Yeah, you all have some kind of one direction. Also, you really need to see if this is the right thing for you to go there, if this is something that you really need, or probably even if you have something in common with all these people, all these things around you. Do you really want that in your life? Do you want to be a leader of all this community? Do you want to be the leader for someone else, or you want to follow where you are? Yeah, this is the question of your place in your life, in the community, in the company, in the family, in the partnership as well. Because sometimes it doesn't mean that if somebody or a lot of people are going, or the crowd is moving to one direction, it doesn't mean that this is the same that you really want. It doesn't mean that this is the same that you really need to follow or to go there. But at the same time, with this card, it is something about belonging to a group of people, or to a special society, or to a special community that is important for you. You see, so there are messages, there are things that are describing this card, but just you can pick just only one or a few, or the whole meaning. Because sometimes you can belong to a group and to the community, but it doesn't mean that you really need to agree with everything they're doing. You still can be the unique one. You still can be yourself. You still can be and be expressed the way you want and the way you are. So this card also can symbolize finding new friends or a group who share similar ideas. There is a strong, kind of common sense, and also the unity with other like-minded souls. And another quote that I want to read for you: it is probably not love that makes the world go around, but rather those mutually supportive alliances through which partners recognize their dependence on each other for the achievement of shared and private goals. Fred Allen. Okay, so still in this case, you need to decide if it's something that you really need to move forward with all these swans, yeah, or you are one of those swans, or you are this leader, or what you have in mind. Okay, but number 44. The lesson for this week is adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Very beautiful message for you, and this is kind of a lesson for you for this coming week. Another message here is number 3, and this is the sheep, and again, this is all about moving forward. This lady is moving forward with all these swans, and you know what? It doesn't matter. I mean, like, of course it matters, the spread itself, but even now we have the messages of moving forward from something that probably was not working well for you. And it's kind of a transition point for you. You are moving from the past into the future, and it is something big that is ending, and it's something big that is still beginning in your life. Okay? And it seems like with these challenges that will be coming into your life, you will still be fine, and you will accept those challenges moving into the, you know, it's the whole, this even 3-card spread, by the way, here is reminding me of the 6 of Swords card, like when you're moving forward from a crisis. Okay, so in general, this week will be about the door that will be open for you, and there will be opportunities, there will be paths that will attract you to move again forward. So it seems like you already started something, you already started this movement. And there will be a choice that you will need to make, and the Justice, the major arcana. And again, you see the dualities here. So the Libra energy is pretty strong over here. And look at this, the energy that is helping, this is Knight of Coins, and the energy that is an outcome for you, this is Ace of Swords. Definitely new beginning. This is the clarity that is coming out of all these things, out of all this movement into the future. The tricky part here is the Justice, of course. That will be a little bit challenging for you to keep this balance and to understand what's really going on and to be fair. It seems like there will be the time that you will need to make a decision that will not be so easy, because you really need to be fair and to be, you know, like you will need to please all the parties, your party, for example, and others as well. And that will be the tricky part of all this thing, yeah. 2 of Wands will say that yes, you will have the energy move and do something about it, quite active week, and you will feel and you will know that you're moving forward. With the Justice, you will doubt sometimes that if you are fair enough, or if another person is fair enough, probably some things will not be fair, and that will be the problem to accept those things in your life. Probably that will be the case when you will say, no, that's not fair. I don't like it because it's not fair. Another part here is that's all about the relationship in general. And you will feel that you will need to decide actually if you follow something or if you go against it. But in both ways there is a movement forward. Justice will speak about also, again, the Libra, the relationships, the court cases, if you're going through some things, but it's all about legalities and giving a piece of advice and receiving the one. But also, you know, it's something that is saying you can be sweet and kind, but if the situation is playing in another way, it's probably you really need to be really honest and, you know, like using your words as a weapon to defend yourself or to defend someone who needs this protection from you. Because I'm picking up here is like slowing down with Knight of Coins and kind of observing the whole situation from a bigger perspective that will help you to really make the right decision for you. The trip of any kind can be the possibility during this week. And it seems like, the door will be open for that trip if it is something that you really want to do. Expenses or something that you considering money situation that can be tricky and not so fair, or just the trip or business trip or something, the trip with other people can not be so fair probably at some point, or you will not see that as a fair thing, as a fair play. But it seems like focus on what you have, on your values. That will help you. If you focus on your values and keep in mind that your values is the something that you need to to keep it as a treasure for you, that will help you to overcome this not balanced situation, because the clarity will come at the end. And you know what, here we have the feather with the sword, and the sword as an outcome at the end of this reading. That means that the honesty will beat something that is, maybe luck. Maybe you will see that, maybe they are lucky, that's why they have it. Or, feather is very light, and sword is like how you can see that is not that light, and you might see that as not as a fair situation, because how come that the feather can be equal the sword? And don't forget that you have the lesson as an adversity. You will be learning this new lesson. Okay, let's see a little bit more. With Knight of Coins, I feel that it will be an offer of a help of someone who is really like a master or an expert in that field of area. It can be a counsel who will just explain the situation, but also it can be the piece of advice to take it slowly, to take it easily, and that will be the great one. Kind of stop, slow down and see how it goes, and then you can decide, because the clarity will come kind of later, through some time or through a delay. So don't rush things, considering any decision that you will need to make. So this door will open the Empress, the love situation. As I'm saying, that was wow, okay, and they're not looking at each other. The King of Cups is waiting for something, like the ship will come, and the Empress is already, she has it. So the thing here is like, okay, you go in one direction when you already have it. So something that is that you have already. There is a thing that if it is a job, so something that you already have, but you don't want to lose, and something new is coming up to you, and you are kind of not sure if it is a worthy one. But or if you're with someone in the relationships, and should you move forward with this person or not? Yeah, because you're still moving forward. I mean, like, it's not you can't stop it. You will move forward, but with this person, or you will wait for something else. The Empress card is like both, they are almost equal, but Empress is a little bit heavier. So that means that something that you have for some time, and something that you want to have is not there yet. You need to wait for that, and that you really want it, and you're not really fully happy with what you have. And something that is coming, you think is coming, is something that is better, but you have that already, maybe long-lasting relationships in any sort in your life. And you will be kind of putting yourself in this situation. Okay, what is the best way, how to handle this? To drop it and to move and to wait for something else, or to continue working on something that you already have? You see, the Empress is already enjoying this experience. The King of Cups is waiting for this ship to come. Yes, it's someone there, but he is not possessing it yet. The Justice card with Four of Swords to celebrate something like a commitment. But yeah, there is a situation that you regret about, or that you're sorry for, or about that was happening in the past, because something in this commitment, something in this, again, relationship that you had in the previous situations of your life, of earlier situations, that was not so pleasant, and that's why probably you have to make this decision. And again, this decision is all about, like, if I'm following where everybody's going, or if I'm deleting this thing, or if I'm different and I really need to go to a different direction. Is it something that I really want? Okay. And this new thing that is coming with or without that person, or with or without this particular relationship, is still this is the new challenge for you. It's still something that will balance your life, because any decision that you will make, it will be the right one for you. And the tricky part here with this Justice card is this Four of Wands, the commitment, long-lasting commitment. And it seems like you want something, but it was destroyed or it was hurt earlier, and you don't know how to balance it back. That's why probably it's really challenging part to decide whether to take this person into your future life or not. The Hermit card with the Knight of Pentacles or coins with a Knight of Swords, another Knight, is confirming the energy of the offer. That will be a little bit sudden for you, and that will be the given through communication. So can be oral or email or internet, anything, any sort of internet communication or oral. All right. The Hermit is like this offer and slowing down. Yes, you will not need to act straight away, but the offer will be considering something in the past, something that you have experienced before, and that will bring some light and understanding, because the Ace of Swords is still there. And this is the High Priestess, the knowledge. So you know what, with this understanding and the clarity, wow, the Tower and the High Priestess at the end with Queen of Pentacles as well, King, Knight, and Queen. So there are people over there, and it seems like you have another person in your life, so that's why you're not that sure, or the third person is involved here, but not literally, or not so obvious. Yeah, so it can be the third person that you are in the relationship, and you are thinking that probably another one is better that can come into your life. It can be like that, but you want something more stable. You want something more valuable for you, that can lasting longer. So this is the thing that you will understand during this week, considering this particular relationship that you will be dealing with. But look at this, the High Priestess with the Tower, with this clarity and honesty that will come up to you. That means that there will be a revelation, there will be a huge insight at the end that you will know, and that will be so sudden and unexpected that you will be kind of in a shock. Oh my God, I've never seen that before. I've never seen that is coming in that way. You will understand something that will be so precious and so, you know, like breaking free from the particular pattern or particular circle of situations or patterns that you've been through, and you couldn't break that circle. And now it will be possible, because the High Priestess is a deep knowledge. You will just know what's going on, what you need to do, and kind of the core of the whole situation, considering that particular person and in that particular relationships. Kind of you will understand which way to go. Yeah. And that will be so exciting, but so surprising in any way, you know, the Tower and the High Priestess. But that will kind of, you know, there will be kind of a heavy rain from the heavens that will wash you and give you this understanding and the clarity. Ask for what you want. The universe and other people know what you need. This is the guidance for you. Okay. Brilliant. Sorry, it's a little bit long, but let's move on to the pile number. If you have chosen the pile number 2, and this is 31, number 4, the stability, something that is financially stable, also money like a need, but more not from the power perspective, but from the perspective of safety, security, stability, investment, for example, in real estate, or all these matters considering home, heritage, and traditions, something like your home country. Fourth house matters. Also family and close people, close friends. But this card can speak also about secrecy and confidentiality. That can also be, we can speak about considering the fourth house matter. So every relationship between two individuals or two groups will be characterized by the ratio of secrecy that is involved in it. George Simmel. So with this card, it seems like it will be, you can take it as a guidance for this week. You can take it as something that is revealing some information for you or predicting something for you. So this woman, she possesses the answer you seek and can provide you with the keys to access them. But before doing so, you may have to prove that you are ready. So seeking greater truths, even those of self-discovery, often requires some demonstration of worthiness. You know, it seems like during this week, there will be the question, can you keep this secret? Yeah? And can you respect another person's private life? And something that they respect as well, that they value. Will you cross this boundary, or will you respect that? And also, will you respect your own boundaries as well? Because in this case, in this context, it seems like the curiosity will be the key as well. Like, you will really need to know, you will want to know, but is it really worth it to cross the boundary in order to know that, or to tell someone about someone else? This is also a very tricky thing considering the gossiping. Will you want to be involved in that or not? Yeah, will you accept that in your life? Will you allow that? It's all these questions. So gossiping, confidentiality, breaking or not, crossing the boundaries, respecting their secrets and your own secrets as well, you know, like this is the card reminds me of the situation of when there are two spouses and one of those is very jealous or something like that, and taking the phone and checking the emails and phone calls and texts, and the first spouse is really like furious about it, and because there is no trust, right? But probably there was a reason for that. Yeah, we don't know. So this is something in that case like, oh my God, I really need to know if he's cheating or not. And there is a phone and it is open and you can just check it, you see? So would you go there? This is kind of things that will be there. So this is the same like with this key. You see, it's like the key is there. Will you take it in order to know what is there? Interesting week ahead for you. Another card is there, the lily, the luck and success in anything that you will do, but also it's kind of, I feel, their purity, the pure energy that will help you. Okay, let's see how it will open up later. Growth as well is here. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Beautiful. That will be the lesson for you. Wow, it is really... you know, it's reminding me again of another situation. I'm seeing the picture now that, again, two spouses, two people, their loved ones, and the growth here is like to take this phone or not, to check the text messages or not. And it will be so, you know, pure energy of like inside of that person who wants to check the phone will be like, but I just want to check if he doesn't have anything to hide, why not? You see, but something can be broken when you do that. Is it worth it? Right? So, okay, but again, that's your situation, you will decide. In general, this week will be about learning something new that you've never done before, and that will be I'm picking up the trust thing, but let's see more. The tricky part will be the High Priestess, trusting your intuition. The Nine of Coins is helping card, and at the end, the Ten of Cups. And this is the most important card of all this reading for you, because whatever you will be doing, it still will be the great successful end of all this week, because you will be happy. It's like, look at this. I really want to start with this, because look at this. This card is beautiful, and it's like you're sitting with your loved one, because it's all about the relationship again, but the private one. You see, of course, it's influencing your colleagues and business issues, but still, it's something coming from the heart. It's something that you're working on during this week. Because of your heart issues. And look at this. This is the outcome, and it is beautiful. The part here is like, you will not trust your own intuition, because it seems like something will be so scared or frightened for you that you will not know how to actually trust your intuition, how to trust this inner knowledge that you will have inside. That is the tricky part here, High Priestess. Feeling what you feel. Not, it's like, remember gossiping? So it can be just the literal situation that you will hear something, someone will tell you about someone something, and you will be doubting, but you will not know for sure. But for example, deep inside, you will be sure that this person is right, and I can trust him or her. But it can be the vice versa, that everybody will tell you, no, you can trust them, but you will feel that, no, I can't, I just feel it. But a lot of people will be gossiping, a lot of people will be saying something that will be kind of against your inner knowledge, and that will be the problem. And you will need to learn, with Eight of Coins, to trust yourself first. Whatever you're picking up from your gut feelings, from your body reactions, that will be the truth, not that somebody's saying. You see, because of course there are a lot of sides of all this magic ball of a character, of a personality, and you will always see just some of these sides of points because they are reflecting you, yourself. But others will see their reflection. And who says who is right? Nobody. Because you are right for yourself, they are right for themselves. The Nine of Coins here as an energy that is helping, saying of self-confidence, because this is self-confidence. And you know what, if it is something about that they really doing something behind your back, you will definitely feel it. Trust your intuition. And even having your own dignity and being self-confident in all that you are the best, or not panicking of what you should do about this, trust yourself. Because if this person is teaching you something, have this lesson, take it. And if it's just something that you really need to go through this, and then let it go. And if this person at some point, if it's not belonging to your life, they will go away, and you will say goodbye and say, oh my God, thanks God, they are leaving. I've learned that was not so pleasant, but I've learned that, now I know, but they are leaving. Thank you, universe. On another hand, you will be learning how, and this person is absolutely teaching you how to trust your own intuition, how to trust your own gut instincts, your own thoughts coming from your heart, and your body reaction. This is about growth. Again, pure energy with High Priestess is very like coming with it in an alignment, because it's pure you, it's the soul of yours is speaking. In any way, whatever is coming, is like kind of a messy situation during the whole week. You will get into something that is a peace in your heart, and that is amazing. And I'm saying this is the main thing here at the end, like the outcome. You know, I'm seeing the messy weekdays and the beautiful relaxing weekend. Okay, you will be learning something, how to deal with this situation, and juggling many things. Eight of Wands, a lot of things. Yeah, that will be quite active week. So you will need to to do a lot of things, maybe to listen to others, dealing with others, but also there will be a lot of messages, a lot of communication, a lot of stuff to do, to talk about, to deal with. But also it's kind of, you know, this is the duality about the outer world and inner world. And it will be very easy to be lost in the outer world. Oh, they say that, oh, they say that, because you are very, like, the empathy is here in you, quite strong, and it will be strongly expressed by you. You will be really leading by your sensitivity, by your heart, by your kindness, and it will be a little bit difficult to get closer towards your heart and back into yourself. Maybe you really need to have some time of being lonely. With Nine of Coins can speak about it, saying, you know what, you really need to spend some time on your own, to kind of you know, to have some time to think about everything. The World card, another major arcana that is confirming the High Priestess, that is speaking, you know, the integration of all the puzzles, all the pieces of this big picture, and coming into one and seeing this big picture, kind of like a full moon. You know, with this now, I'm picking up the full moon, understanding the wisdom that is coming from inside. That will be a little bit challenging, yes, but you will be able to handle it. The Nine of Coins is the Ace of Wands. Interesting. The new start, new beginnings. Look at this. Seven of Swords, and this is the card of secrecy and confidentiality. You know, it will be the new start for you, considering this particular pattern of your life. Keeping the secrets, minding your own business, trusting your own intuition, your own gut instincts and your body, instead of listening to everything that all other people are saying. If you're still watching TV, probably that will be the week that you will stop it. You see? Or probably, I don't know, your mother or your mother-in-law or your best friend or someone else, your colleague or someone else, will be saying something, their opinion about your new boyfriend or new girlfriend. And you will be listening as like, yeah, they know me better, then they want the best for me. But I really, you know what? It seems like you really need to go through the particular period in your life with this person. But you know, I'm picking up that someone else will be against it and saying that no, they don't deserve you, you don't deserve them, or the status is different, or they're rich, you're poor, or the vice versa, or they're married and you're not. And something else. It can be not even so pleasant thing. But you really mind your own business on one hand, and you really know yourself much better than others. Even if they know since your childhood, even if they know you for ages and you know that they know you and they want the best for you. But this is you who know the best about yourself. And even if it is something that you take in, it's like making a mistake. Even, it's like, you know, my mom always told me, Yana, please, you really need to learn from the mistakes of others. I've been there. I know that you don't need to date this guy. It's a bad thing for you. No, they will cheat. They will do this and this. You know, I can see that from a distance. How come that you don't see that? But I didn't care. And you know, I was so angry about it, because it's amazing that she knew that and that she saw that, but I didn't see that. And I really wanted that, but only in time, when I grew up and become myself an adult and an experienced woman, I understood that I really needed to make my own mistakes that days. I really needed to be cheated when I was 18 on my birthday because I really needed to go through that lesson. I'm still in contact in a very rare moment, but still with this guy. I'm so grateful for that experience, because he really showed me who I was, that I didn't appreciate myself at all. I was so desperate for a guy. But I forgot about myself. And he showed that to me. I really needed to understand it, and I could understand it only through living that through, even if it was so painful. But even now I'm a mom, and I see a lot of things from the perspective of a mom and a mature person, but still I'm teaching myself to allow to my kids to make their own mistakes, and I really recommend to do that for you. I'm not saying that I'm the guru in this thing. No, you know better for your life, as I was saying, but I'm just sharing my own experience, because quite often we have chosen this life because we really need to go through this our path full of our personal mistakes, because the mistake is not a mistake in this sense of a failure. The mistake is the experience that we need to go through, even if the person is saying, no, don't go there, don't do this. We have chosen this part to live it through, to understand something that we really can't understand looking at another person, or not being in their shoes and watching them. Yes, we can admire, we can be inspired by someone else. That's a perfect thing to do. And we can also we can regret some things because they did it. We can, because of them. Yes, we can feel sorry for them. But still, quite often we can't understand something that we really need to experience ourselves in order to understand that. And the universe is so wise. If we have the contract, our soul and the universe, our soul will always choose this part and choose this path in order to teach ourselves the lesson. We just, in the human body, we forgot about this. But just trusting, and the intuition and the body is the fastest connection to your soul. This is the pure energy, and this is the soul card as well for me. I'm really like feeling that. So you can take it, you can just leave it, but it's something that I'm really willing to share from my experience, but also from these spiritual messages that I'm gifted to pick up for you and for me, just from this source, and I'm so happy and grateful for that. So the 10 of Cups at the end, this is the 5 of Cups. Look at this, and the Moon card. Okay, the choice that you will need to make because out of fear, and this of Cups is a result, and this is very beautiful. So it seems like you will need to say goodbye to something that was very painful in the past and to start looking into the future. That will be the choice that you will need to make. Remember that I told you about that freaking phone, yeah? To check it or not. It's something similar. It can be literal. It can be similar situation. And you will need to make this choice. It's like, you know, you really want to be the right one or the happy one. Look from that perspective at this situation. The Moon card is like something that is like a dog, domestic, private, living in the house, safe and secure, but never leaving the comfort zone, and the wild dog or the wild wolf who is living in their nature, belonging to his or to their community. But the truth is somewhere in between. Maybe one time is this, maybe one time is another one. But only you who knows. This is very emotional card, facing the fears. Fears of what? Being hurt again? Being betrayed? Being cheated on? Being left alone in the cold? Feeling lonely? Feeling that nobody wants you? Nobody needs you? What are their fears? I know them. I live them, and I know that you can feel one of those, all of those. But I also know that there is a way to be happier. There is a way to live the life you want. Because the Ace of Cups is here with 10 of Cups. So there is a way of being secure and safe, living your own life you want. Having that pain as an experience, living them, screaming it out, crying it out, and it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Because then you will have this fountain of love. Self-love first, and if you love yourself, and other people will just love you even more. The guidance from the cards, whom do you need to forgive? Look at this. As you release old anger and resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. And this is about growth. So it can be a very tricky situation. I'm really picking up that for some of you it can be something really, really painful. For some of you it can be not so bad, but in any way it will ask you to forgive and to understand. And you know what? Once my ex-father-in-law, after I found out a lot of really bad stuff about my ex-husband, and my ex-father-in-law told me that, Yana, you just need to understand and to forgive. I was saying F off to him for the first time in my life, and that was the last time when we were talking. But only in 10 years or something, I could understand what he meant, but I couldn't do that time because I was so furious because of what I knew. And that's fine. And I accept that I couldn't do that time, and I could do that only much later when I understood a lot of things about souls, about soul contracts, about another life, about soulmates connection, and that all our connections are for the reason. And my ex-husband was one of the master teachers in my life. And like in my life, it's all about the relationships. All men taught me a super cool lesson, but now I know that who I am, and I'm doing what I love in my life, and I'm happier, much happier than I was, just because of them as well. Yes, because of me, because I am who I am, and now I feel it, and I appreciate myself, and I respect myself much more than I did earlier, and that's all about my body too. So whom do you need to forgive? Thank you very much, and let's move on to the pile number 3. If you have chosen the pile number 3, look at this. What a lady, right? She's looking at the mirror. So, as you already have guessed, this is all about mirrors. This is all about reflection. Even you can see that reflection on the card. Number 43, number 7. Divine number of learning the new lesson. But the lesson here is the grief. Wow. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate that. It's one of the lessons that you will need to learn. Okay, that's very interesting how it started. The bouquet, the invitation to something, and also the gesture of attention. Someone is thinking about you, but let's see more. But I would like to talk more about this 43 and the reflection. This card is about obsession, delusion, and self-interest. So it's kind of an ego will speaking to you during this week. Nature never deceives. It is we who deceive ourselves. Jean-Jacques Rousseau. So in this card is about that we should look in the mirror and see our true reflection as others would see us, and strip away the psychological makeup of ego and vanity. But also the way we treat ourselves, we are showing the others how to treat ourselves. How is the best way, yeah? Which is the best way. And in this card is about the mirrors, that they are not lying. But her obsession does, indulging her only with the images that she wants to see. Her excesses represent an ever-increasing desire to create an ideal that is never achieved, or in reality is not even required. And you know what? This is the right to make a mistake. This is a right to be not perfect, especially if you're Virgo. You have some planets in Virgo. I know one of my dearest friends, double Virgo. So it's like perfection thing is the thing here. And you know what? it's not about her. I'm just saying that I remember her, my sweet Kathy, and it's something that the Virgo part here is like, we all want to make something in a perfect way, but this is also a protection in a way, that we are not doing things because we want it perfect, or why should I do this thing if I'm not the master there, or not this expert, as another person is much better than I am? Why should I do this? You know, these kind of questions or these kind of thoughts you can have during this week. Imposter syndrome is here too. So the thing here is like, don't pretend that you are somebody else. Don't pretend better. Be yourself. And also during this week, the other people will show you who you really are by mirroring you. So this whole week is all about reflection. And I'm very interested now, why do we have the grief card? Understanding that looking something is an opportunity to appreciate looking something, losing something. I'm not seeing it from here. I can't say losing something is an opportunity to appreciate that. But it's very interesting because it's not like that always. It's sometimes like that. When people are separated, they start appreciating what they had much more. But very often when we have something, we don't appreciate that. But when we lose it, it's like, you know, for example, having the garden full of flowers and you need to take care of them and do some stuff, and you like go in there, like doing this work every single day in your garden, doing these things with flowers, gardening, it's like so exhausting, and you don't want to see those flowers anymore, and like your back is in pain and all these things. But imagine one day you're going away to visit your friend in another city, and you're living in a city life for a week or two, and you are so exhausted because of those crowds around you, and you know, the city lights, then this noise, and you start remembering, oh my God, but I have my quiet garden full of beautiful flowers, and I'm every day having this fresh air without the pollution and all these things. And I'm picking up it's like that, and because I'm seeing the picture and I'm expressing this and describing it. So this is something like start to appreciate what you have right now, or make yourself miss it for a while and let yourself look at it from a different perspective. And this kind of things can bring you clarity, what's really that you value, what's really thing that you don't need. Oh my God, what do we have here? Three of Swords. So grief. Okay, let's see more. Challenging part is Hanging Man. Okay. Five of Swords as a helping card, and the Judgment as an outcome. What a week. Two major arcanas. Yeah, it seems like you will regret something, or you will be sad from time to time during this week. They can be that you will remember the situation that was in the past and that was so painful. And I feel it's something about love, private relationships. And you know what? It seems like it will be difficult for you to understand what's really going on because of Neptune and Hanging Man. And, you know, with these cards, look at, pay attention what films or what TV shows you are watching during this week. About what? What is there something that is resonating with you the most? Maybe the couple, or maybe like the sign and the pictures, the images that you're picking up, that you're seeing when you're outside, or just on Instagram or whatever. How you are reacting on that, because there's something about love. that was so painful. And you know what, I'm feeling here that probably you stopped desiring, stopped some time ago wanting to be in the relationship, or to open up again, to open your heart again. That's what I'm picking up here. And it will be so difficult for you to see that to love, to be open and vulnerable in love, to be in the romantic relationship is safe. That will be tricky for you to see that from this perspective. It won't be easy to understand that to love again is safe enough, and it's comfortable, and it's beautiful. Because by head you understand that yes, it is beautiful, it's amazing. But your heart is scared. That will be difficult for you to understand that it can be the way. Understand by heart again. Realize it by heart. That it can be the way to love again, and to open again, and to be happy again in private life. It can be that from time to time there will be the situation that will mirror your state of your heart, your fears, something from inside that was not even noticed by you for a while. But there will be shown to you, as I'm saying, by signs, right? Or just by another person who will mirror you and tell you or do something that you will see that, oh my God, that's the reason. Observe your body reactions as well. And that will make you sad. And you will not know how to see at the same thing, at the relationships, at themselves, at love, at being with something, and trusting somebody else, and see that from a different perspective, and allowing that to be in your life. And again, yes, your mind understands that very well. Your heart is scared. 5 of Swords here as a helper is saying, the winds, by all means, saying the truth, facing the truth, going into the pain. Oh my God, what a week, huh? Going into this pain, facing the fear, accepting it, accepting yourself the way you are. Yes, I'm afraid to be in the relationship. Yes, I'm afraid to open up. I'm a closed person. I accept this situation in my life. I accept myself that I'm scared, but I want a different life from now. Something like that. That I want to see that I can be in a different way. 5 of Swords is about accepting the way it is. It's like a Saturn in a way, even like with Mars. It's like Saturn with Mars. Yeah, we had that. I had that conjunction earlier, but it's like, imagine. Yeah, it will be later because Mars is traveling in Libra and then Scorpio, but now Saturn is in Aquarius, but they will square at some point very soon, but still, I mean, like not soon, but in a month or so, but still, just I'm sensing that the nature or the flavor, if you want, of conjunction of the Mars and the Saturn together, cutting off the illusion by facing the fear, by facing the mirroring, what you really are, who you really are, what you're really afraid of. Accepting that. Because when you are the victor by all the means, that means you can hurt someone. But in this case, you're hurting your ego only. But when you go down to the 4th chakra for the heart, and when you see everything from the heart perspective, it's not that painful at all. There will be the invitation to see who you really are, that you're afraid to see, that you don't want to see, that you avoid to see for some time. And that will be the week when this grief will come and saying, you really miss it, being loved and loved. You really miss being in the true loved relationship, being honest and open, and having this deep intimacy. Yes, I can speak about the deep intimacy. Maybe it's not for you, but that's for me, absolutely. And I'm really picking it up. So for you, you can be a Scorpio as I am, or a fire sign, or Leo, or Sagittarius, even Taurus, Virgo, quite a lot of signs, but of course it depends on your chart. This spread is about deep intimacy. It seems like if you are with someone, you really want to trust and need that to be secure and safe and going really deep, and something will remind you of that pain in the past, the reason why you stopped desiring the true relationship, or dating someone, or refusing probably many men or many women, or stopped even attracting other people, maybe blocking your sexual chakra, the second one, and the heart one. The outcome here, another major arcana, the Judgment card. Your family, your ancestors are with you, and they are helping you, they're supporting you. You can dig deeper and gather the power from them. They are willing to help you. And this is the second chance. There will be the week when you will be able to find some answers, to face the reality, the true you, and to deal with this. With the help, with the support of your close people, also the angels and the universe. The universe with the Judgment is pushing you towards that, because it's your destiny. It's your destiny to be in the relationship. It's your destiny to be with someone else and learn and grow, because this is the main field for you. Okay, let's see more. The Moon card, yes, the fears that will be a little bit difficult and about love. The fears about love will come up, that you will need to deal with them. The Hanging Man, the King of Swords, they're talking about to be really strong enough. It will be difficult for you, yes, to be really strong enough to admit it, to see it in a clear way without any delusions. It will be a little bit painful and challenging to see it's clear how it is, yeah, without Neptunian energy, but also deep in Neptunian energy as well. Deep, because deep inside, you know that. And as well, talking it through and speaking about it, maybe in your training or with your coach, or just in the comment below to me here, sharing your story, sharing your experiences, sharing your fear, and that will be so healing. Difficult but healing. King of Cups, look at this. King of Swords, Queen of Cups, King of Cups. It is coming, and the crisis is moving away, and the love is coming, the ship is coming to you. And Knight of Swords in a very sudden way. And look at this, it seems like you will be able to cut the fear off your life. So Mars and Saturn, Mars will be the hero, the warrior, who will help you to deal with the fear, Saturn, considering the love, sexuality, and acceptance of yours. And this is very deep course. This is very deep thing. And Queen of Cups and King of Cups here, and a King of Swords. So wow, there are two people around you. So it seems like you will need to make a choice. Or maybe some people, not just one, will appear to remind you of something that you probably blocked or didn't want to talk about. Maybe that can be that you will remember about two stories of your life. That will be sudden, that will be unexpected, that will be kind of, a thought, an idea, a talk even. It can be a truth that will come up, and somebody will tell you, you know what, but I loved you and you didn't even look at me. or you hurt me that day when you said so, but I never told you that. You see, something like, but you know what, when we were arguing, you said this and that, and it just ruined my, I don't know, self-respect or something. And something like, you know, small things will be shown to you and you will recognize yourself in that. But again, this is not about punishing yourself at all. This is about saying I'm sorry, apologizing, and accepting that you're a human being and you're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to make something and to do something, because also why you did it. Because you were afraid. You were protecting yourself. Yes, your ego was protecting yourself, and that's fine. Absolutely fine. Allowing yourself, be yourself at any moment of your life, even in the past. You can't change it anymore, but you can just accept and be grateful for that and move forward. So something will come up. But on the other hand, you know, with this Five of Swords and King of Cups, something painful will be like dealt with and will be healed. And as a result, Seven of Swords. Oh, 2 cards. Okay. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, another Queen, 2 couples here. You know what? It seems like you will... It seems like you left something, maybe at the place of your ex-partner or somewhere else in the past. You left something there, and you're still thinking of it, or you're regretting that you left it there, or you didn't do something. There is a regret. And as an outcome here, as I told you, like the universe, the angels, everything is like the whole unseen forces are helping you. There will be absolutely healing to say goodbye to something that you left and you didn't finish in the past. But there will be healing because you will saying, okay, I did it, I left it there. Yeah, you lost it. I understand now that it was precious to me. Thank you for the lesson. I know now, but I'm moving on. And again, Queen of Wands is about heart. This is a heart matters. Four of Pentacles, something that belongs to you. Maybe you think that your partner belonged to you, or something that you just possession, your, I don't know, bags, shoes, computer, whatever, anything that you left there. And it seems like you will leave it there finally, without any regret, without any remembering, and wasting a lot of energy and pouring a lot of energy to that way. But what about these bouquets, the Hierophant, the change of status, the crisis, Eight of Swords? Yeah, you will be moving away, yes, from something that was bonding you or prisoning you for a very long time. Something that you lost, you're regretting. Something that you are regretting about, that you regret that you didn't do something, or you've done a lot and it was not good. And that will be kind of invitation from the universe during this week. Very deep breathing again. And the Wheel of Fortune again with the Judgment, saying that we are helping you, we are with you, we are moving into your favor, we are working into your favor. All the angels are hearing you, the universe and the gods are hearing you, and we are breaking you free from something that was so burdening you for a lifetime or something, by mirroring, by showing that. And you just really need to leave something behind, and you will do that. Something that belonged to you, you will leave it there, and with an empty heart, open heart, and happier heart will move forward, because you will have the courage, Strength card, to go through that. It's a very strong, deep, and transformational week. Very Scorpionic, but in a very, very light and beautiful end, and the outcome. It's just amazing. So, and the guidance for you, wow, look at this. That's the beautiful one. The old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you and your life debt paid off. And it seems like that was the case. So probably you really needed to pay your karma, or just pay your debt, or pay for something that you've done maybe previous lifetimes, or something maybe even you didn't understand why it was happening with you, but it was so bad. But it's done. So it's the time to heal it, to close that chapter, to face the truth, to go through that pain and just, leave it behind. That's it. It's done. Okay? So thank you very much. Sending you lots of love and blessings. And see you next time. Bye-bye.